On 2009, Touhou 12, Undefined Fantastic Object came out, and it's an improvement in a way. Here's when the gimmicks in Touhou just pretty much start taking over. Okay, like Touhou 10 was normal. Touhou 8 can still be considered normal, even with its gimmick. Even Touhou 11, it's just another Touhou game. But here's when the UFOs just ruin everything, and then on the next one, all those divine spirits ruin everything. And on the 14th game, too, the 15th game, yeah, also. 16th, 17th, 18th, not a single one of these later games is normal. That doesn't mean they're bad, I really like some of them. But for now, the one that started it all and made it all crap was Touhou 12. In between Touhou 11 and 12, there was not a single spin-off, at least. Not another fighting game, not another photo game, that's after this one. And I'll talk about those in a second. Anyway, Touhou 12 is a pretty chill story. After the mess of Touhou 11, some yokai went out, escaped hell. And they went to save byakuren, Hijiri, I guess. It's something like that, even though Touhou 12 pretty much just takes place like a full year after the previous game. It's kinda weird. But sure, Nasrin, Sho, Ichirin, and Murasa go and save byakuren. And they're on a flying boat. So you chase the boat because you think there's treasure. On your way you fight Nasrin because she's weak. Then Kogasa just gets in the way because she exists. I really like Kogasa. Then you fight Ichirin, which I'm not a big fan of how she looks here. She looks better on the fighting games. Then you fight Murasa once you finally enter the ship. And then you leave, and then it turns out you were actually going to Makai. Or you fight Sho. Pretty cool to see Makai back, and then you go into Hokkai where byakuren is sealed. So you pretty much save her, but because you don't agree with her mindset, you beat her up. Yeah, the casual Touhou, you know, but nothing really important happens here. It's barely an incident. Like, the only ones that are seeing the UFOs is the protagonist, and byakuren isn't even a bad person. She's just a lady. She's just a nice lady that's been sealed for a really long time. And you pretty much saved her, so yeah. Kind of a chill game. And it's also cool to see how every level is pretty much connected. Like on the previous game, I'm pretty sure like stage 1 and 2 barely had to do with anything. Stage 3, they led you to the mansion, and then yeah, the story gets going from there. But here, pretty much every character matters. Even the extra stage boss knew it. And the only character that does not matter at all is Kogasa, which is why she's best girl from this game. I'm kidding, that's byakuren. Byakuren is pretty cool. I like her theme too. It's pretty dramatic. It's really awesome. Actually, the soundtrack of this game is just awesome. It continues from Touhou 11, and they also, like, it has a similar feel. After this game, not a single song ever sounds like this ever again. I remember I heard someone saying this was their favorite OST. But yeah, Touhou 13 has a different sound. I don't know for what, like the drums, I think? The drum kit makes it sound different. But yeah, this game is pretty easy, honestly. Stage 1 is not bad, Stage 2 isn't too bad, Stage 3 is not that bad either. Stage 4 is the hardest one of the game, and Stage 5 is really easy except the boss fight. There's one attack there which I don't even feel should be a Stage 5 boss attack. And then byakuren. She's fine, she's a simple boss, she does not have like a crazy gimmick or anything. She throws bullets, then she throws lasers, then she throws some weird bullets, then some curved lasers, then she spins around the screen, hardest attack that she has. And then, I don't remember actually, the final attacks. That's because I haven't once EC'd this game. I've actually beaten it on EC twice, and on normal once, with the bad ending, after continuing like 10 times. I was trying to once EC the game because I did it with Subterranean Animism, which actually made me appreciate that game more. And with this one too. I kept trying, and now I think I actually might kind of like this game. Like, it's so fun to play. The pacing is so fast-paced. The songs are awesome. The characters are pretty cool. Especially like the characters that I choose to play as. Man, Sanae is awesome. They added her on this game, and yeah, she's really fun to play as. It's either the snakes or the frogs that blow up. And those frogs, man, they're cool. I played as her for a while. I think I might beat the game with Reimu homing, though. It's just kind of easier, and that's just because, yeah, he said this game is not hard, and it wouldn't be hard if it had lives the normal way, or at least the lives from like subterranean animism. This game wouldn't be that bad like that, but it has the lives with the main gimmick, the UFOs. Like, please just give me lives with points. Listen, I calculated this a few days ago. How many lives you would gain if you didn't use any of the UFOs? You pretty much gain like, what, 1 life, I think it was? 1 full life and almost a second life. By getting the life pieces. I think you will get a second life because of one of the mini bosses. The weird orb on stage 4, which is new. Yeah. If you don't get hit against that ball, they will drop you a 1-up. So that's only 1-up you can get normally in the game. That's kind of rude, huh? So the UFOs are used to gain health, bombs, and points if you want to. Points are pretty useless, and especially because the UFO cycles between the 3 colors, and right after the 1 for health, it cycles to points, which I don't really want that. The point items, I actually don't know what they're called. Treasure items? I don't know. This game calls you a millionaire on the high score. A billionaire. Which is pretty crazy, and I actually think that's pretty cool. Anyway, so like you are meant to get 3 red UFOs to spawn a big red UFO, which then can absorb points and then will drop you a life piece. Once you destroy the big UFO, you will get another life piece. You need 5 life pieces to get a full life. Meaning, on a normal stage, you will only just grab red and red UFOs. Make sure to grab them all, so that you get life fast. Mega Man Omega, which is a Touhou channel, when on his playthrough of the game, he got full lives by like stage 3, because he did it well. Like, that's pretty cool. I can't do it because the UFOs bounce around everywhere on the screen. So like stage 3 is when the game starts getting a bit harder. So it's kinda harder to get those UFOs that are going around. And especially because they cycle between the 3 other colors. Ugh. Red, blue, and green. So listen, if you have 2 red UFOs, I only need another red one. There's a slight chance that you might mess up because you might go to the red UFO as soon as it changes to blue. So you get the blue UFO, and now you have a red and blue UFO and an empty space. So to get a big red UFO now, you'll have to get another 2 red UFOs and then the last one so that it spawns. Like, it resets the entire cycle. It's really annoying of the UFOs you need. And also, why would you go for the green UFOs? There's no point. Just make me get bombs another way. I actually would be fine if this game had the points for bombs from the previous games. I mean the power for bombs. But nope, green UFOs. So like no one will get bombs in this game. You just grab the red UFOs. What's the point of the others? So annoying. And that's why stage 4 is the hardest one. Even normally without the UFOs it would be the hardest one. But it's so annoying. It's like the bullets are everywhere and the enemies are everywhere. It's like, it's crazy. And the red UFOs are around there and it's so annoying. There's not much I can really complain with it in this game. I'm not even gonna complain about the Kirby lasers because I really do not care about them. They're not very difficult. Like what, Sho just does the Kirby lasers on her like non-spell attacks, and the first one is not that hard. The second one might hit me, and the third one is just pretty much like random. On the third one I pretty much just have to worry about the straight lasers. And I think that after that one, that's it. Yeah. It wasn't that many attacks, I think. So yeah, I don't really get the complaint about the Kirby lasers. I guess people just really get confused with them. You just need to practice, which actually this is one of those games that really requires a practice mode, which doesn't exist. This is a pre-Touhou 13 world where no practice mode existed. It really bothers me so much. I want to practice those spells. Awful. Well, it's time to stop complaining because this game is actually fine. Don't play this game if you've never played a Touhou game. You just don't need to play it. You might enjoy it, maybe, but it's just kind of shitty. That gimmick, those UFOs. It sucks. At least Sanae is cool. Oh yeah, and you also see her start to becoming a bit evil. And that, I mean, like, once she defeats Nastring on the first stage, she says, "Oh, yokai hunting is pretty fun, actually," or something like that. Yeah, she's becoming kind of shitty now. Welp, that's cool. Time to stop fighting Sanae forever. I don't think you ever fight her after this game. I mean, after the previous one. Oh yeah, Noe. I forgot to mention Noe. Yeah, she's the extra stage boss, and she made the UFOs everywhere for some reason. It's kind of a weird thing to explain. She's cool. Her team is cool too. Hey Young Alien. Yeah, pretty awesome. But I think that's all I only have to say here. Yeah. So 2 years later, after 3 spin-off games in between, Touhou 12.3 Hisu Tensoku, the final of the first 3 fighting games, came out. Touhou 12.5, double spoiler, the second photo game came out. And Touhou 12.8, The Great Fairy Wars, came out, which is a really weird game and pretty difficult too. I won't talk about those yet, later. After those 3 games on 2011, Touhou 10 Desires came out, the 13th game. And I think it's actually more decent with its gimmick. The gimmick forces me to go to the top of the screen a lot. There's also a lot of slow moving bullets here. And yeah, the gimmick isn't as bad, but I don't like it that much. It makes me not really want to replay this game that often. But it's not that difficult either. This is a fine game to start playing, I think, if the gimmick doesn't bother you that much. But really, just going to the top of the screen can really mess up your playthrough and make you get hit on stupid ways. So like, you get hit in stupid ways for trying to get the UFOs. The same thing applies here to get to the Divine Spirits. And oh yeah, points are also like souls. It's a lot of stuff on the top of the screen, and health and bombs are also gotten that way. You have to go to the top of the screen to get them, and you sure need a lot of health pieces. They keep getting. I mean, there's like always a lot more you need to get. So like it starts with 3, then with 8, then with like 12, then with 15. It's a lot. I'm not sure if that applies to bombs, but yeah, I didn't even really play this game. I don't really want to play it. But on this one, it's pretty much a sequel to the previous game, and it's actually the one that finishes off the continuing story from like Touhou 10. So that's a pretty cool saga, I guess. So on this one, the goddess. No, what? No, Miko. Miko is a Taoist monk? Was it? Oh crap, I don't remember. I don't know the story of this game actually. I may have played it a few times. I don't really understand what's going on here. She's like pissed off because byakuren like is being kinda shitty, I guess, to her. So like a bunch of spirits are around and everyone goes to investigate. Yeah, byakuren and Miko like hate each other or fight and stuff. So Miko is kinda dangerous. She's actually doing kind of bad stuff here. So you go beat her up after beating up Yuyuko for some reason. Then a girl that's just brooming around the shrine. A zombie, an actually evil person, Seiga. Sega? I think I'm confusing the names. I think it is Sega. Then Futo, which is the best girl from this game. And then Miko. Actually, this game feels really cool sometimes because of its music and how it looks. It's a pretty dark looking game. Reminds me of Subterranean Animism actually. But yeah, like the gimmick just kinda gets pretty annoying. Oh yeah, Miko is like probably one of the easiest final bosses on Touhou. Except for like her second half of the boss fight. The first half is just really easy. Oh yeah, there's also what is she called? Soga? I don't know, it's a weird ghost girl that appears on stage 5 that has no dialogue. She exists. On the extra stage you fight Nue and Mamiso, which is a pretty cool character duo, I guess. I don't know, Nue is kind of Mamiso's friend. I called her and Mamiso came to destroy everything, but you beat her up first. Alright, makes sense, classic Touhou. There's not much I really have to say here, other than the gimmick pretty much bothers me. Yomu got added as a playable character, so that's pretty cool. Yomu is pretty cool, and a pretty weird one. Reminds me of how weird Sakuya B was to use, like, you know, the knives you aim on Touhou 7. But here it's like a bit weirder because you charge a slash with your sword and you cut off everything. Kinda makes the game easier at some points, and it kinda makes it harder because it doesn't reach the entire screen. Kinda makes it hard to play as her, kind of a challenge. Maybe it could be fun to play once you see the game as her. But again, I really don't have anything else to say about this one. So that's pretty much the end of this Touhou era. Touhou 10, 11, 12, and 13. They're pretty good games that improve over the first 3 Windows games. But they also start getting into the weird gimmick stuff and really weird choices, like not letting me customize my own health. Like, why? I don't get why they even did that. So why did you do it? Oh yeah, the music does make a lot of changes, but honestly these games are very fun to play, very fast-paced games. Especially 10, which is probably my favorite from all of these 4. I really do enjoy replaying that one. But yeah, next time it should be Double Dealing Character and maybe Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom. Well, no, definitely that one. Yeah, I have stuff to say about that one. We're getting into the present already. Tenasairs came out in 2011 and like, what, Double Dealing Character came out in like 2013? The whole game started to come out in about every 2 years after this point. So yeah, a bit slower. But there's pretty much a spin-off in between all of them. They're pretty fun too, but I'll still be talking about the main games. I guess I'll see you then when I talk about those next 2 games which bother me a lot. I really need to stop complaining and just enjoy these games. I actually do enjoy these games, they're pretty fun. So yeah, see you later I guess.